Hi family, I'm back. I'm sorry, but my video stopped recording while I was doing the barbecue sauce for my chicken. But that's okay, we're picking up where we left off. And I'm just going to tell you what I put in the barbecue sauce to cover my chicken so far. I put a heaping tablespoon full of brown sugar. I placed 3 splashes of Crystal hot sauce. I've placed a half teaspoon of great value minced garlic, but you use the garlic brand that you want. I've put a tablespoon of Clover Valley brown spicy mustard or spicy brown mustard. I put a teaspoon of sweet relish. I put a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Now, most of my ingredients are what I call the off-brand because of my low-income fixed budget channel. Now, we will continue with the barbecue sauce. I do 3 tablespoons of ketchup, and I'm using just great value ketchup. 2. That's 3. Okay? And I forgot my yellow mustard, but I have it here. And I put a half of tablespoon of yellow mustard. Okay? And this is Deli Market. Whatever's on sale, y'all, whatever's on sale. Then I take my barbecue sauce, and this is Kraft sweet brown sugar barbecue sauce. And I do 4 tablespoons of that. That's 1.5. That's 2.5. So that's about 5. Okay, but we're going to add 6, okay? I said 4, but we're going to add 6. I can eye it and tell it's not going to be enough. Love that barbecue sauce. Okay. And you can whisk it. I'm stirring because I don't have a whisk at this time. I'll be getting one. I stir until it's well blended. Okay? And voila. It's blended. Can't see it that well, but that's the barbecue sauce, okay? I love it. I taste it. And to me, it needs another heaping teaspoon of brown sugar, okay? Because it wasn't quite sweet enough for my taste. Now, I'm going to blend that well. And like I say, you can use a whisker. I don't have one, so I'm using a spoon. Works just fine for my mom, and it works just fine for me. Grandma didn't have a whisker either. We just blend with a fork. I'm just happen to use a spoon. Now, I'm going to take my chicken thighs out of the oven. Remember I told you that I let them brown or bake a little. And I have done that. And now I'm going to drain the juice off of them because the barbecue sauce is juicy enough. Okay? Look at that. They're brown. And first, I take my melted butter and my brush, and I brush them with butter. Okay? Butter always make everything taste better, in my opinion. Okay? I'm going to get a fork from my drawer. Hi there. And I'm going to turn them over. Okay. And then I'm going to brush them on the other side with my melted butter. Okay. Now, these chicken thighs are boneless and skinless, but I prefer the bone in, and I leave a little of the fat on there. But you do what you want. And I only got these simply because they were what? On sale. You all know me, this low income fixed budget, but I'm just as happy as a lark. Okay, now I'm going to take my barbecue mixture and I'm going to coat the chicken generously, okay, with the barbecue mixture. Okay, now I'm going to take my fork and I'm going to turn them over so I can get the other side. And then I'm going to coat those. Now I know you see all my seasoning and utensils on my oven because I don't have very much counter space. If you all remember, I told you I'm on a journey turning my mobile house into a mobile home. And it takes time, especially on a low-income fixed budget. But it does what it does. And I'm happy with it. Life be lifing, y'all. And I enjoy mine to the fullest. Okay, that's covered. Now, what I do is I place it back in the oven on the bottom rack, uncovered, and I let that barbecue sauce bake on there. And when it's ready, I'll come back. I thank you all for joining me thus far. I will be back. I want you to come back. But in the meantime, will you like, share, comment, and subscribe? Give me your do's and your don'ts, your wills and your won'ts. And I'll let you see how juicy it is and how tasty it is when I get back. But only if you come back can you see that. So please do. Okay? Thank you, and I'll see you in a bit. Later.